welcome back to another video. I guess you guys noticed that I got a buzz cut. I think it's the season to do so, and besides, I like to take resets sometimes, take a moment to restart, and my hair's been really annoying me recently, so let me know what you guys think about it in the comments, if you like it, if you like the other hair. I think sometimes it was when I first started my personal development journey, I kind of did a buzz cut one summer, and it was a nice ego boost, not ego boost, but actually an ego, almost like an ego death, because a lot of us identify ourselves with our hair, the way we look, the way we style our hair, the way that people perceive us, and our hair is kind of like a personality trait. So when I first originally did my buzz cut, I think it was like 3 years ago or something like that. I can't remember exactly. 3 years ago, I'm pretty sure. It was honestly like one of the greatest things, like reliefs. It was something of an like identity theft almost. Like I identified myself by my hairstyles, the way I looked. I used to stress about them so much. The way that my hair would be positioned. Is it falling this way too much to the right? Is it falling this much to the left? And one day I just like woke up and said, okay, enough's enough. It's time to put the little emotions of a little boy behind and feelings, and it's time to shave off the head. So things like that didn't really arise now. Now it was more of like a reset, and also I'd say it was just annoying, like honestly. I feel like it's nice to put your hair into like a stylish era, but at the same time it's just so annoying sometimes. Like you wake up, you gotta do it, you gotta think about it, and you like subconsciously sometimes I think to myself like, oh, is this person looking at me funny because my hair's styled like off or something like that? And I know that's like kind of counterintuitive to like what I preach, but like I said in my other video, like what stresses you out, get rid of it. Right? If your hairstyle stresses you out, get rid of it. If you're thinking about it too much, spending on your days touching it, playing with it, hoping nobody's like thinking about, oh, what's wrong with this guy's hairstyle? It's just the simplicity of life, Wake up and go. Yeah, so we'll see how long I'll keep this. I got a clean shave as well right now. Might grow out the beard, because I haven't done that combination before, buzz cut and beard. We'll see how that goes. I feel like I'd look way too old. Like long hair and beard, it's kind of like, okay, I'll pull off like 25, 27. But if I throw in like a buzz cut and a beard, oh, I'm aging like 40 years. But we'll see. I think I really like it. It's simple, it's clean, it's what's the word when something doesn't go out of style and it's always in style? I don't know what the word is right now, but it's the same thing for like E46. It's said about my old BMW car, and I can't remember exactly. Timeless. There you go. This hairstyle's timeless. People in the 80s pulled it off. People in the 70s pulled it off. People in the 30s even probably pulled it off. And now we're in the 30s almost of the 21st century, and it's still relevant. But that's what I kind of wanted to talk about in today's topic is the things that we do for our ego. A lot of people live their life based on ego. A lot of people are ruled by their ego because they don't have control over their egos, over the way that people perceive them. So what an ego does is it almost lives to protect you. It almost lives to reassure you that you are you, but then also most of the time it defends us to make us feel right, to make us feel that we're never wrong. And you can see these type of people very commonly in now's generation. A lot of people don't like to be wrong. A lot of people don't like to be proved wrong. And these are the type of people that are called egotists, because their egos drive the way that they live. And for example, even if somebody is proved wrong, they will try to find out a way to tell themselves, no, I'm still right. Egoness and stubbornness kind of go hand in hand, but egoness in specific is something that can be very, very dangerous in your life if you do not take action towards it, to be consciously aware of how you are acting. A lot of people especially a lot of people when they come from no money, when they do get some money or even a lot of it, they make that their whole personality. Right? Because their ego makes them think that, oh, I'm better than everybody else just because I have something that a lot of the world doesn't have. And it's not nice to be part of a friend group with this kind of person. It's definitely not nice to surround yourself with these kind of people, because a lot of the time they'll make you feel less than you are. They're always going to try to raise their self-worth by putting down your self-worth, if that makes sense. So, for example, let's say I'm having a conversation with somebody, right, and I'm telling them about the new car I just got, right? And usually somebody that's normal and not ego-driven would be happy for you. Oh, congrats, man, like this car is amazing, you probably worked really hard for it, you deserve it, all the best. Somebody that's ego-driven, for example, this is how they would react. Oh, but guess what, I'm about to get a car too. Or, oh, I just got a car as well last week and mine's even better than yours. I paid way more money than you. My bi-weekly payment is higher than yours. Right? Like ego and money kind of go hand in hand, but also it's like a defense mechanism, because a lot of people don't see in conversations that people are trying to speak and be proud of themselves, which is a great thing to do, especially if you worked hard for something. But a lot of the time we can't stoop down to people's levels and just be happy for them, because we feel that, oh, they're bragging. Oh, you get attacked. It's like a sense of attackness. They're bragging, so I feel like I have to outbrag them. When at the end of the day, a lot of the times people just want to share their wins, right? We're social beings, and as social beings, we want to be as, like we want to share things. We want to share our wins. Sometimes we want to share our losses, and sometimes you'll run into people who are arrogant egotists and make themselves feel like they have to be better than you in order to have a conversation, or in order for their personality to almost flourish. They can't live off of being humbled, being okay at being not as good as they think they are, if that makes sense. I feel like egotism and narcissism also go very well hand in hand with each other, because narcissists like to make everything about themselves, especially conversations. You'll hear in conversation that everything is related back to them, which is a lot of the time just how we relate and communicate. But a lot of people haven't been taught that in a conversation, a lot of the time it's just, back and forth. But in that back and forth motion, you can't just simply relate everything to yourself, but you have to congratulate and move forward on a person's conversation about them. And what this ties into with egotism is setting your ego aside and not making a conversation about you all the time. When you make a conversation about yourself the entire time, you don't let yourself be put down for a bit to be able to discover somebody else's stories, somebody else's worldviews, somebody else's ideologies, which sometimes makes a lot of people feel lonely. If you make every conversation about yourself, and if your ego and narcissism gets in the way, then these are the type of people that make and may feel the loneliest, because they're not allowing themselves to stoop a little bit lower than themselves and explore inside somebody else's world, inside somebody else's thoughts, and inside somebody else's perspectives. And then subconsciously they may feel lonely, sad, because they make everything about themselves and then they don't feel like they know anybody else. So you have to watch out if you do tend to have these kind of problems at times. It's the best way that I self-consciously came about this was I realized all you have to do is just ask people questions. People love to talk about themselves, and if you get interested in other people and other people's lives, then the conversations go a lot better. And when you talk about other people and ask them questions, get to know them, then they feel more opened up. And it's a great way to, if you make your conversations mostly about yourself, this is a great way to kind of slowly kill away your ego, because you're not making every answer and every topic about you, but you're learning to find out more about other people. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new. Definitely smash that like button and leave a comment down below of what you thought. If you made it this far into the video, comment down yup, so I know that you made it this far. I really appreciate you guys. And I'll leave you like I always leave you. Create more than you consume. Serve others and love everybody. Peace.